Hi, Howdy Scott, as the title should say. I loved Robocop. That's the movie I selected. It was totally boring. I hated it. No, I loved it. It was amazing. I love it. I loved it. I loved it. It's probably my favorite movie right about now. It's not my favorite movie of all time, but like my favorite, like in my stage right now. It's probably got to be my favorite movie of the moment. It was fantastic. I love Kurtwood Smith to death. He played the evil genius, and I love the evil geniuses. I loved how he was like one of those take care of the job guys, and he wasn't one of those people that would like stop at one evil deed just to get what he wanted. He wasn't someone who just went and robbed a bank for money and then was happy because he was rich because he robbed a bank for money. Which he wasn't rich because he burned the money in the beginning, which was sad for him. Um, but he just kind of loves evil and he loves to do bad things, and I love that about his character. But I also I just love him in general. He's always great at the evil parts. Kurtwood Smith. He um, he plays Red in that '70s show, and he's always like has all these lines about people being dumb ASSs, and I can't. I know I shouldn't. I should not be a wuss and not swear and whatever. But yeah, for those children watching, he makes a lot of jokes about that, and it's pretty funny. But he's like just kind of obnoxious, and he drives people away all the time on that show. So I thought it was funny, especially because I was just thinking about him while I was watching the movie, just kind of in the back of my mind, thinking about oh, Kurtwood Smith, do do do. And then he pops up like right on the screen while I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, wait, is that? Wait a second, huh? I was just thinking about him. He's the bad guy. That's funny. I loved the whole plot. I thought it was genius. Especially, especially the whole fact that he had kids and everything. I like that they gave RoboCop a family and a life outside of, because a lot of the officers you didn't know their life outside of it, out of their job, and you didn't expect to know their life outside of the job. But I liked that because it added a real personal thing to RoboCop, and kind of the awful thing they did, but the nice thing they did at the same time because he got his life back at least. And I loved at the end how, well, if you watch the trailer for RoboCop, it says something like how like RoboCop was like Frankenstein. He was meant to do good or something. I don't know, and like he was turned against them, turned against his masters or something. RoboCop was never really bad at all. RoboCop was always a pretty good guy, even when he was a robot and he kind of still didn't know what was going on. Basically, if you're watching this and you haven't seen RoboCop, it's about a man who gets murdered by by a bunch of bad guys, and one of them is the guy who's played by Kurtwood Smith. And he is brutally murdered by a bunch of bad guys, and then he's a cop. So what they do is they make him a RoboCop because they're trying to make a cyborg program, but it doesn't work out. So they try to use an actual person, and because they think it will work better because they have some sort of brain, and it does. And he fights crime in the city. It's really cool. So go check out RoboCop. I say it's better than Star Wars and Star Trek combined. Just a personal thing, and I'm a total star astronomy of astronomy, space, anything to do with space and robots and aliens nerd. I am addicted to Star Wars and Star Trek, and by the way, I'm on the Sith side. Are you serious? Like, why would I be on the Jedi? Like, why is everyone on the Jedi? Like, you won't get like my favorite character is Boba Fett. My second favorite character is Jango Fett. My third favorite character is Darth Vader. Why would I be on the Jedi? Why would you be on the Jedi? Come to the dark side. We don't have cookies like everyone says, but we're awesome. We're the Sith. not the Jedi. Yeah, you got Yoda, but Yoda dies. Get over it and come to the dark side right now. Anyway, back to Robocop. I'm sorry. Do you like my mustache, by the way? Sorry, I kept flashing that, but I didn't really explain what it was. Come to the dark side, please. And if you're space savvy or nerdy or whatever, comment below. Tell me what your favorite space flick is. Mine right now is Robocop, but I love other ones too. I love the show Battlestar Galactica. I loved Star Trek. I loved Doctor Who, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Star Wars, Star Trek the movie. Yeah, so sorry if I bored you. By the way, go read The Hunger Games. I know, false advertisement and whatever, because this is.
Okay. Yeah, go read it now. YouTube Scott. I don't care if I'm disqualified for mentioning a bunch of other random stuff into my video. Go read The Hunger Games. I'll hunt you down. I know where you live. Well, I kind of do. I know you live in Chicago. Yeah. So, bye. Stop staring at me. Stop it. Stop. What? I'll give you something to stare at.